video chunks.
Sure.
10 or 15-minute segments.
That's all.
Then I'll do.
That's all that people have attention for.
Exactly. So I'll have
22 minutes is a time block.
And then
Did you know that?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want a glass of water or something? Can I get you?
Yes, you could get me one of those blue bottles that's there.
The blue bottles?
One of my blue bottles.
Here? Okay.
You can have a blue bottle too if you want.
This is solar water?
It's water that has been in the sunshine and through the blue glass, and it's filled with energy, and in particular, Ho'oponopono energy. Do you know what Ho'oponopono is?
No.
Okay. Ho'oponopono is wonderful. I've got to change where I'm sitting because my neck is going.
Okay. Do you want a glass?
Do you want a glass? Don't you want some water?
Sure, yeah. We'll get 2 glasses. So there's water. So what is Ho'oponopono?
I will tell you.
Okay.
Doesn't have a bloody sound.
It does.
I love the sound of water.
Me too.
Oops.
That's all right. I'll get it. Paper towel. No problem. Okay.
There was, before I say that, there was in 1970, I guess it was, tape, when people were using meditation tapes with music. It was called The Golden Dawn. And it was all this beautiful music, and behind it was water. Like that. But similar sound. Mm-hmm. And every time I'd listen to it, I'd crack up because it sounded like somebody peeing eternally. I couldn't meditate with that. Would you quit peeing?
So what is school? What is Ho'oponopono?
Ho'oponopono.
Oh, Ho'oponopono.
It is a belief system that the Hawaiians use, and it's based on living life right now, and on the idea is that anything that you're basing life on, like a lot of the stuff we've been talking about, is based on past memories. Whether we're talking about disease or whether we're talking about just plain conversation, we're basing it on stuff we already know and not going really forward. But also everything is data. And the whole idea of Ho'oponopono is to go to zero and to be in the now, in the present.
Okay.
Which is really hard to do.
No kidding.
So there are, I'm not going to go into the whole, that's the basic belief, but under that there are 4 sentences that one repeats that should fill every moment to clean yourself. So I'll tell you a little, just a short story. There's a fellow named Joe Vitale that I mentioned before who located a Hawaiian fellow called Dr. Len.
Okay.
He's got a great big name. But Dr. Len will do for right now. And he is a psychiatrist who worked in Hawaii in a sanitarium for the criminally deranged.
Okay.
So it was a prison, right? And it was people who were just off the wall. People were terrified of working there because they were afraid to get killed. And it was a very dangerous place to work, and it was dangerous for the inmates as well. So Dr. Len came to work there, and he said, just give me their files. He never saw a single inmate. What he said was, anybody who is brought into my circle is something that is part of me. I can't do anything to them. I can clean me. When I clean me, they clean. When I fix me, they are fixed. So, by my being clean, some person in the Philippines who is pregnant and having a baby will have a good labor. Because I'm clean. And so he cleans himself all the time. The 4 sentences are very simple. They are, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. That's it. So this bottle is filled with that. Okay. And the whole idea, the symbol of this blue bottle with the sun coming through, has all those 4 sentences in it. Okay. So there's a book called Zero Limits that tells the story of Dr. Len, tells the story I just told you, and the 4 sentences. The book is that thick. The first few pages have the entire substance.
Really?
And the rest is because people want a book. Yeah, I read the first sentences and I thought, this is new. Why am I bringing this up? One of the things that he talks about, he answers questions of the public, not the public, the people in the class. And he says, okay, any questions? There's nothing else except this. Live in the now. The present is this. Anything that you're asking is about data. Data is taking you away from zero. There is nothing else. Zero is where you want to be, because zero is when you're clear. Any questions? I can tell you that anything you ask will be BS. Do you still want to ask your question? Oh, yes. Ask the question. And he answers it at the same time as saying this is BS. But you want an answer. That's what the book is.
Interesting.
Is all that other stuff, because there is nothing else. There is nothing else except being in the now. So
you just never know. You just never know, right?
I know that I've gotten angry at somebody for something or other, and said, look, this is not your fault. Yes, I'm yelling at you because I have nobody else to yell at. But I know that it's not you. So go scream at somebody else, but know that it's not you. And don't take it personal. So I don't know that helped them one bit, but at least they knew I wasn't. So I still have them in my bathroom in a drawer. I don't use them.
Has it grown in popularity, therapeutic touch?
Therapeutic touch is well known, and the medical uses it. That's what makes it okay, is that, and just as weird, is that reflexology, which is very down to earth, is poo-pooed. The therapeutic touch, which is wingy as hell.
And now it's a bridge, right? Therapeutic touch is a bridge between medical.
A nurse started it, and they do it. And at Mangera, their health group started because they teach therapeutic touch for the nurses that they graduate. So the nurses take that therapeutic touch.
And they can do that in U.S. and Canada. I was reading therapeutic touch on the internet the other day, and they said absolutely. Absolutely,
yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I have that name for you if you want.
You have a big circle of influence that spans way, way beyond the pond. I mean, come on, you know what you could do is you could start up your own virtual college, invite these speakers come over.
That was my intent.
And teach in live time over the internet to your students wherever they're gathered.
You could put the whole diploma course on.
You could put the entire diploma course. The entire diploma course on the internet. No traveling anywhere, not even downstairs.
Yeah, that would mean I could do it in any residence that I live in. I like that.
You'd have to invest in a really good set of earphones. You could do all of this for under $3,000. Easy. Maybe even $2,000. My microphones are $300 a piece. My pre-tube amplifiers are $100 a piece, so that's $400. And then I've got the computer. Oh yeah. GoToMeeting, $60 a month, and this GoToMeeting program. Oh my God. I'll send you some links on it and what it can do and what. Do you know?
GoToMeeting is like that.
Go to my PC.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Same company.
Yeah.
256-bit encryption, but what it does is...
But I don't use GoToMyPC anymore because I have another one that works better.
Oh, which one is that?
I'll let you know when I look at my computer.
Okay.
It's much better, much faster.
Really?
GoToMyPC is so slow. Oh.
Are you maybe getting it confused with PC Anywhere? Maybe?
No.
Because GoToMyPC is probably the fastest, but send me the link of what you're using. But the same people that have GoToMeeting or GoToMyPC, that's the people that have GoToMeeting. And what it can do.
GoToMyPC is what I started with.
Yeah, and on GoToMeeting is if you want to allow the other person, so the other person sees your screen and all your whiteboards and everything, and your video and stuff, and then you can allow them to take control of your screen if they want to add something to. It's a collaboration tool, it's a teaching tool, it's a classroom tool. It's just brilliant. $60 a month. It's I'll send you the link, because a lot of people are doing a lot of great things on it. And you know, that's low overhead. That's something that you can do. You can try it out, and it's not going to cost an arm and a leg. You could start out with a $100 microphone, you know, and see how that goes.
Well, to me, there's no point in getting a $100 microphone when you get a little better and you get a good microphone.
Well, this is professional podcast quality. This one for $100, and this is what I use when I started out. That gets really, really good sound. Wait until you hear the sound on the blog page. You'll say, "Wow, stunning sound!" And the virtual college. Now, start thinking about that, because you could set up a virtual, holistic college. It doesn't require certificates if you don't want. I mean, because you'd be teaching around the world.
I like to start on the smaller level that I work with you with, because then I feel that I have you behind me too.
Yes, and you always want to build in your community that you live in first as well, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm going to the local businesses and saying, what are your technology needs? What do you love? I mean, I'm asking the business owners, do you have a cell phone? Yes. Do you love it or you hate it? I hate this freaking thing. I can throw it in the garbage. Really? What do you got? And then I introduce them to people that sell really, really good quality cell phones and say, this is what you're missing. Look at this, this, and this. And then I do blogs and podcasts on how that smartphone would make their business grow. Yeah. Same thing with the Healthy Tech Talk. How would you insulate and protect the computer user? With a whole bunch of people, and using the people that you know. I mean, come on. We could have, that call center out in Chilliwack where I used to work. The maximum capacity, there's 1,800 people there. 1,800 people. It's a small city. Can you imagine going in there with your people?
Denise formed a company to go to these different places and present, just break time, lunch time.
Good. Yeah. But I want to network with those people, because also I want to be selling ergonomic chairs, desks, computers, keyboards, mice that are ergonomic and healthy for the computer user as well.
You got a good ergonomic chair?
Have I got a good in my office? I do, yeah. But you know what? Some of those chairs are $1,000 if you get the best of the best. I found that you can get a good ergonomic chair for like $100, $150. Ergonomic just means
that it helps you sit the way you want to.
Adjustable.
I have one over there. I have one downstairs. I have several that I've given away because they didn't work. And each of them cost anywhere from $500 around that.
That's my point. Why didn't they work?
They didn't work because one of them always tips me forward, so I fall off. The one downstairs. Try it out. It's not my imagination. Other people say, it's a great chair. I mean, it looks terrific. It's downstairs. You go look at it later. Okay. And you sit in it for a few moments and think in terms of not having your hands over here holding yourself in the chair, and you'll slide right off.
So it should come with a seatbelt. But that's my point. Is people are spending a lot of money on these ergonomic equipment, and are they getting any feedback? Are they just because they put an ergonomic label on it doesn't mean it's good.
No,
that means it's high price.
Yeah, that's not what I meant. I meant, how do I recognize ergonomic?
Right.
So that's what my next question.
Doing a chair over the internet is almost impossible. You can't test drive a car over the phone. But an ergonomic keyboard, yeah.
I love my keyboard.
Ergonomic mouse, yeah.
I love my mouse.
Document holders, yes, that you can do.
I don't need a document
Lighting
holder.
is another thing. They say that if you don't I went out and bought Pat a light box. Like a bright light box, and it replicates vitamin D.
Yes, I have one. It's not that big. It's this big.
And she uses it all the time.
I didn't like it.
It brings her...
Christopher, my grandson, and he's the one who either will give me some suggestions when I've gotten something that I can't, or he's the one that when I get a game that I can't figure out, Christopher, you figure.